Okay, welcome to Signals and System Lectures. Today we are discussing properties of continuous time Fourier transform, and it's class number 2. Before watching this, watch class number 1. I explained the 4 properties and also introduction about continuous time Fourier transform. So in today's class, we are discussing time differentiation property. What it says, if x of t Fourier transform is x of j omega, then differentiate x of t by dt, then its Fourier transform will be j omega into x of j omega you will get, where x of t is non-periodic signal. If I differentiate the non-periodic signal, then its Fourier transform is multiplied by j omega. Okay, the spectrum is multiplied by j omega. So capital X is frequency and small x is time. That we can derive this. So we know that from the synthesis equation, okay, or the non-periodic continuous time signal is represented by, from the synthesis equation, x of t equals 1 by 2 pi integral minus infinity to infinity x of j omega into e to the power of j omega t into d omega. Take this as equation number 1. Now differentiating okay, above equation, differentiating above equation on both sides, differentiating on both sides with respect to time, so we get, now I am differentiating, dx of t by dt is equal to d by dt within the bracket 1 by 2 pi integral minus infinity to infinity x of j omega into e to the power of j omega t into d omega. Okay. Now for this equation, change the order of integration and differentiation for this term. Changing the order of differentiation, and integration. Okay, integration, we get okay, dx of t by dt is equal to 1 by 2 pi integral minus infinity to infinity x of j omega into, now I am taking d by dt for this term. So now d by dt into e to the power of j omega t into d omega. Now differentiate this. If I differentiate this, dx of t by dt is equal to 1 upon 2 pi integral minus infinity to infinity x of j omega into, what is d by dt of e power j omega t? So you will get j omega into e to the power of j omega t into d omega. This you write as it is. Okay, now next step I am writing here, dx of t by dt is equal to 1 by 2 pi integral minus infinity to infinity, okay, j omega into x of j omega. So I will take that entire thing as one term, j omega into x of j omega, I am putting in one bracket, and remaining is e power j omega t into d omega. Check out, simply I made this whole term as one bracket. Now take this equation number 2. Now compare equation 1 and 2. Okay, compare equation 1 and 2. By comparing 1 and 2, look at here, x of t, but it is differentiated. Non-periodic signal is differentiated with respect to time. 1 by 2 pi, 1 by 2 pi, there. Minus infinity, yes, it's there. E power j omega t is there. D omega. What is changed? Spectrum is multiplied by x of j omega, becomes j omega into x of j omega. So if I differentiate this, okay, then the spectrum is multiplied by j omega. So therefore, sorry, dx of t by dt, okay, its Fourier transform is given by j omega into x of j omega. So this is the differentiation property. If you differentiate non-periodic signal with respect to time, so then the spectrum will get multiplied by j omega. Okay, this is the proof. Hence the proof. Okay, got it, guys? Okay, nothing we have done. Simply we have taken synthesis equation and then we differentiate with respect to t, then rearranging integration differentiation. Finally, see x of t, x of j omega, dx of t by dt, everything remains same. Only this term is going to, spectrum going to change. All the spectrum is changed. X of j omega multiplied by j omega. Okay, guys, next class we can discuss. Sorry, next topic we can. Okay, guys, next property is frequency differentiation property. Previously we studied time differentiation. There we taken synthesis equation. Okay, what it says, it states if x of t Fourier transform x of j omega, then differentiation with respect to frequency. So omega is nothing but frequency. Capital X is frequency. If I do frequency differentiation, then your time domain signal get multiplied by minus jt. Okay, you should prove this. Okay, got it? Where x of t is non-periodic signal. See, from analysis equation, from analysis equation we can write x of j omega is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity x of t into e to the power of minus j omega t into dt. Take this equation number 1. Now this is analysis equation. Okay, now differentiate equation 1 with respect to time. So differentiate okay, on both sides, differentiate on both sides with respect to omega. We get dx of j omega divided by d omega is equal to d by d omega integral minus infinity to infinity, so I put a bracket here, into x of t e to the power of minus j omega t into dt. Okay, now interchange the order of okay, differentiation and integration. Interchange the order of differentiation and integration. Then we can write dx of j omega by d omega is equal to integral minus infinite to infinity x of t into, now I am taking differential term for this one. Okay, d by d omega, okay, within the bracket e power minus j omega t, then into dt. This is what I written by interchanging differentiation and integration. See, now this exponential term I should differentiate with respect to omega. Next step I am writing here. So dx of j omega by d omega is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity x of t. Now look at here, I am differentiating this with respect to omega. What you will get? Minus jt you will get. Okay, minus jt into e to the power of minus j omega t into dt. Now again I am rearranging this. dx of j omega by d omega is equal to minus infinity to infinity. Within the bracket you can write, now rearrange this, minus jt into x of t, minus jt into x of t into e to the power of minus j omega t into dt. Now consider this equation number 2. Now compare equation 1 and 2. Compare equation 1 and 2. By comparing equation 1 and 2, look at here. X of j omega, frequency, spectrum is differentiated. Okay, then minus infinity to infinity, minus infinity to infinity. E power j minus j omega t, e power minus j omega t into dt. What is changed? The non-periodic signal x of t get multiplied with minus jt. Okay, got it? So therefore, by comparing 1 and 2, we can conclude dx of j omega by d omega, its Fourier transform pair will be minus jt into x of t. Hence proved. Hence the proof. Okay guys, understood? Okay, very very important. Okay dear students, in this lecture we can discuss convolution property. What it says, for example, if x of t Fourier transform is x of j omega, then y of t Fourier transform y of j omega. X of t and y of t both are non-periodic signals. So its Fourier transform will be x of j omega and y of j omega. Then we can take new signal, that is z of t. Z of t is convolution of two time domain signals. X of t and y of t are two time domain signals. If I do convolution on time domain signals, then its Fourier transform will be, then its frequency spectrum z of t will become z of j omega. In the same way, x of t will become x of j omega and y of t will become y of j omega. So finally we can conclude that convolution in time domain will result into multiplication in frequency domain. We can discuss proof on this. We have analysis equation x of j omega is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity x of t into e to the power of minus j omega t into dt, and for x of j omega. Similarly for y of j omega can be written as integral minus infinity to infinity y of t into e to the power of minus j omega t into dt. Similarly for z of t we can write, what is z of t? Z of j omega. Similarly we can write z of j omega is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity z of t into e to the power of minus j omega t into dt. Now in this equation put z of t equals x of t convolution y of t, x of t convolution y of t in this equation. So then we can write z of j omega is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity. What is z of t? This one substitute here. So x of t convolution y of t into e to the power of minus j omega t into dt. So from the convolution property, this we can write x of t convolution y of t. So this can be written as integral minus infinity to infinity x of tau into y of t minus tau into d tau. Here where tau is dummy variable. So now substitute x of t convolution y of t. This term you substitute here. By substituting, so we get now I am substituting this term in this equation. Therefore we can write z of j omega is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity within the bracket. Now I am writing this by this formula. That is integral minus infinity to infinity x of tau into y of t minus tau into d tau. Okay, so this part I substituted here. Then e power minus j omega t into dt. So take this equation number. So take this as equation number 1. Now interchange the order of integrations. Interchange order of integrations. Interchanging the order of integration. Then we get. So we can write like this after interchanging the integration terminals. Now minus infinity to infinity, I am grouping. Two integrals are there. One integral multiplied with x of tau and other integral multiplied with y of t minus tau. So x of tau I am taking one integral. Another integral I am taking integral minus infinity to infinity y of t minus tau into e to the power of minus j omega t into dt. So this thing I will take it in one bracket multi into d tau. See, nothing is there. Whatever is here, everything I written here itself, but in a interchanged form. See, x of tau is there, dt is there, d tau is there, y of t minus tau e power minus j omega t is there. Then finally x of tau, another integral minus infinity to infinity. Only I rearrange the integral terms. Now put t minus tau. Put t minus tau is equal to a new arbitrary constant a. Replace t minus tau by a. Then replace dt by dA. Then dt will becomes dA. Now from this again we can write t is equal to, or otherwise we can write t is equal to a plus tau. So t can be written as take minus tau right side, it become plus tau. So use all these notations, use all this on this equation. On this equation if I apply, then we can write z of j omega is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity. This you write as it is, x of tau. Then integral minus infinity to infinity y of t minus tau. What is t minus tau? A. So replace t minus tau by a. Okay. After replacing t minus tau a, then e to the power of minus j omega into now what is there here? Omega into t. What I can write t? T can be written as a plus tau. So therefore I can write t is equal to a plus tau. So after substituting that into dt. So and then finally put a bracket for this, and last term is d tau. Okay, this is what happens by applying these conditions for this equation. Now z of j omega is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity into x of tau. Now integral minus infinity to infinity y of a. Now you multiply this. By multiplying this, e power minus j omega into a, that becomes e power minus j omega a into minus into plus minus e power minus j omega tau into dt into d tau. Everything I written now. Now final step. Okay, you group x and y. Okay, by grouping x and y, so you will get in this way. Integral minus infinity to infinity x of tau. Okay, now take tau term. Okay, tau term is here. E power minus j omega tau into d tau. So this you group it as one term. Then next you take another integral. Integral minus infinity to infinity y of a. Now take all a terms. Now taking all a terms, y of a into e power minus j omega a, e power minus j omega a into dA. So I missed this step, dt. I told dt should replace by dA, but I not written here. So sorry for that. So take it dA here. Then here also it becomes dA. Then finally dA. Now it is correct. So now compare equation. Take this equation number 2. So take this equation number 2. So this entire equation you take it as 2. See now. Compare with this. See, minus infinity to infinity. X of tau is there. We have t. E power minus j omega tau is there. E power minus j omega t is there. D tau is there. But I said earlier, tau is dummy variable. Okay. So therefore, see this term same as like this. Only the difference is t is changed to tau. So therefore we can write. So pause the video and then copy down. Okay, after this step, then copy down this. Okay, after this step, just you copy down this. Z of j omega is equal to, what I can write this first part. The first part we can write it as, okay, this is first part and this will be second part. First part, like this and this both are similar, so therefore we can write x of j omega. Then what is here? Nothing is here, therefore it is multiplication. Next, second term we compare with y of j omega. Minus infinity to plus infinity. Y of t is there, but what we have? Y of a. E power minus j omega t is there. What we have here? E power minus j omega a. Then dt we have here, dA is there. This and this both are same. What is the difference? Only t. T is changed to a there. So this is and that both are same. Therefore we can write y of j omega. So this second term, okay, is written as y of j omega. So this is the proof. See, if I convolute of two time domain signals, what we get? We get two frequency spectrum, multiplication of two frequency signals. Okay, got it? So hence it is proved. So make a note. I will dictate. Please copy down in your notebook. So convolution of two time domain signals will result into multiplication of two signals in frequency domain. Capital X is frequency, small x is time. Okay guys, so make that point here. Okay, understood? So pause the video and then copy down. Next we will do it modulation property. Okay guys, the next property is modulation property. What it states: if x of t Fourier transform x of j omega and y of t Fourier transform y of j omega. So both x of t and y of t are non-periodic signals. If I multiply multiplication in time domain, its Fourier transform results into convolution in frequency domain. Okay, so we need to prove this. Okay, we can start proof. So I'll start proof here. Okay, proof. We have from analysis equation x of j omega can be written as integral minus infinity to infinity x of t into e to the power of minus j omega t into dt. Similarly, y of j omega can be written as integral minus infinity to infinity y of t into e to the power of minus j omega t into dt. Then z of j omega can also be written as integral minus infinity to infinity z of t into e to the power of minus j omega t into dt. Keep all the equations. like that. Now what is z of t? Now substitute z of t in this equation. So therefore z of j omega equals to integral minus infinity to infinity. What is z of t? What is z of t? X of t into y of t. X of t into y of t is z of t into e to the power of minus j omega t into dt. Okay, take this equation number 1. Now we know that the non-periodic continuous time signal can be expressed by analysis equation, that is x of t is equal to 1 by 2 pi integral minus infinity to infinity x of j omega into e to the power of minus j omega t into d omega. This is what analysis equation, synthesis equation. Guys, just to do modification, omega, instead of writing omega, you write beta. Okay, you write beta, x of j beta into e power minus j beta into d beta. Okay, now substitute this x of t equation. Okay, substitute this x of t equation here. So after substituting, so it will be look like this. So 1 by integral, I am taking integral minus infinity to infinity. Okay, integral minus infinity to infinity x of t, I am writing this formula 1 upon 2 pi integral minus infinity to infinity x of j beta into e power minus j beta t into d beta. Okay, so I return that formula x of t. Okay, what is this? Just substituted x of t here into y of t into e to the power of minus j omega t into dt. So now interchange the order of integration. Okay, interchanging the integral terms, interchanging the integrations, integration order. Okay, so now we can write z of j omega, okay, is equal to 1 by 2 pi, I will write outside 1 upon 2 pi integral minus infinity to infinity x of j beta, I will write one term separately. Then again integral minus infinity to infinity, what is left now? Y of t. Okay, y of t into e to the power of minus j beta t into this e power minus j omega t into dt into d beta, This is what I can write. Now concentrate guys, I am modifying here. I won't write another step. Here only this term is there now. I am rewriting in this way. E power minus j I am taking common. If I take minus j common factor, then you will get omega. Okay, omega minus beta. See guys, make a small changes. X of t equation is e power plus j beta t, not minus. Okay, so make small changes here. Take minus j common, minus j omega minus beta into t into c. This term I can write like this. Again cross check. E power minus j omega t, that term I got. Now minus into minus is what? Plus. E power j beta t, that also I got. I hope, shall I write? I am replacing this by this term. Okay, now I am going to replace this by this term. Otherwise, need not to worry. I will write the next step. I will write in the next step. Z of j omega, okay, is equal to 1 upon 2 pi integral minus infinity to infinity x of j beta into integral minus infinity to infinity y of t into e to the power of minus j omega minus beta into t into dt into d beta. Okay, this dotted circle is there, na? That simplification is this term. Okay, now from frequency shift property, okay, this term from frequency shift property, we can write z of j omega equals to 1 upon 2 pi integral minus infinity to infinity x of j beta into this whole thing will become y of j omega minus beta, into d beta. See this particular term minus infinity y of t power minus j omega minus beta t into dt, this whole thing we can write in this way. That whole thing we can write it in this way, y of j omega minus beta. If you want, you can refer frequency shift property. I think that I explained in property number 3. By seeing that, you can understand how from this how we can write like this. Now further, now look at here. Now it is in the form of convolution. Okay, convolution integral formula. What is that? X of tau into y of t minus tau into d tau. It is in that form. Okay, so therefore we can write z of j omega can be written as 1 by 2 pi within the bracket. This further we can write x of j omega convolution y of j omega. Okay, hence proved. Look at here, 1 by 2 pi x of j omega into y of j omega. So this bracketed term can be written in convolution integral in this form. In this form we can write. Okay, got it? Fine. So hence proved. So very important property. So hence proved. So what we can say statement, multiplication in time domain will give, okay, convolution in frequency domain. Its multiplication of time domain, it gives Fourier transform will be convolution in frequency domain with multiplied by a factor 1 by 2 pi. Frequency means you need a time period. Okay, got it, guys? Like, okay, share and subscribe to my channel. So I will upload remaining coming classes in my channel. If you subscribe, you can watch videos one by one. So it is module 3 signal system, class number 2. Okay, still more properties are there. Symmetry property, Parseval's theorem and duality property. Once I complete those 3 properties, so you can easily score 10 to 12 marks. Okay, 100% there will be weightage for properties of continuous time Fourier transform. You have to study all 11 properties. Then only you can score good. Any 2 they will ask in exam. Okay guys, so please like the video, share the video and subscribe. Okay, have a nice day. Thank you.